Earth to Josh.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can't hear you, bro. I think you're muted. As soon as you have kids, you stop learning how to use technology.
No, it's not on mute.
My God. Leaving all of us in. Just looks like a confused old man. My God. Oh,
That work?
there he is. No? Okay. All right.
Did that not work?
I think you're muted, man.
I'm not.
Okay. Wait, say something else? Oh, wait. Try now.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, that was actually my fault. I had my computer volume
Motherfucker.
off.
I was sitting there like, I'm not muted.
No, yeah, I guess I'm the confused old man. You weren't connected to the audio for a minute there though, so I think
Yeah,
was
it did. It connected me for some reason to yours. I don't know why.
that's really weird. I don't know. Maybe it's because you're doing from your phone. Looks like you get nice weather there in Fayetteville.
Yeah, it's really nice. It's hot as fuck out.
Yeah, I think that's a story kind of everywhere. But got Cody Gibson on. Josh talked to Cody Gibson earlier in the week, so we'll have him joining us later on. No UFC card this weekend. Got next week will be Cannonier and Gastelum duking it out in the middle weights. Decent enough card there, so there's some good fights on that we'll talk about next week. But the NFL preseason got going a little bit. Are you going to watch the Panthers' first game on Sunday? I think it's Sunday at noon or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch a little bit of it just to see.
Right.
I'm sure Sam Darnold. I watched the first team for probably like the first quarter or the first quarter and a half or so, just to see how they look or however long they keep the starters in. It was pretty interesting. You know, I watched some of the Steelers Cowboys game and seeing how much they kept in Najee Harris, as long as they did for the Steelers. But man, that offensive line is fucking trash for the Steelers. They could not stop anybody, and that's coming from the Cowboys.
I didn't watch any of it, and it's just preseason. Like, you never know. They did lose a bunch of people, but I mean, I'm not that surprised that they left Najee Harris in though, because he's a rookie. Like, he'll be fine. Their O-line situation is supposed to be pretty bad, but like honestly, I don't really care about the Steelers. Like, I don't really like them. I don't really like the Cowboys either, so I'm okay with both of them being terrible. And yeah, like you said, I'll probably watch the first little bit of it, but it's an excuse to, you know, make some
Watch some
snacks,
football.
watch some football. Yeah, just enjoy it, and then you realize after a few minutes that, oh wait, this is not real football. So, you know,
Yeah,
the
this is like
preseason is
Canadian
just kind of
football.
dumb.
Yeah, it should be good, man. Like I said, I watched a little bit of that. I'm mainly just making sure nobody gets hurt right now is really the big thing. And just seeing how Sam Darnold looks within the offense.
Yeah, but they never show anything during the preseason. It's never anything like serious because they don't want to give away their game plans and stuff.
Yeah, but I just want to see what he looks like as far as like his composure from the difference of being in New York to here. You know, just kind of like just his whole demeanor more so than his ability to play. Because I have no doubt that he can play quarterback. I just think that it's a mental game for him.
I mean, I just don't think you can really tell any of that from the preseason just because it's not a real scenario. But I'm probably going to make some chicken wings, some jalapeno poppers, have a couple of beers. What do you got on the menu?
Sunday, probably have me a mimosa.
Oh,
You know, maybe a Bloody Mary, depending on how I feel Sunday morning.
both of them?
And then, maybe the wife will cook something for us for breakfast, or we'll go to the old Cracker Barrel. We ain't been there in a while.
Cracker Barrel. Jesus, you're a redneck.
I know. But, we get some of the kids' church clothes from there, too. So it's always good to go there, hang out. And now that they serve
Cracker
mimosa,
Barrel visiting, technology not know how to work in old fart over here.
hey, I'm the one that had my stuff up right. Talking about I'm muted.
Man, you weren't connected to the audio, but whatever. I did resume my rifle place after the UFC 265 card. I did resume my rifle place ahead of you in the pick standings, by the way. I went 3-2. You went 1-4. We both missed Derek Lewis. And then you got the Song Yadong fight, right? When he beat Casey Kinney. And then the other three were ones that I got right. So good to be back on top there for me.
That's all right. I just like to make it interesting. Let you get ahead for a little bit, get a big lead, then catch you again. And then when it comes to the end, just swoop in, take the lead by 1, and win my liquor bottle and call it a year.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what'll happen. But speaking of gambling, got a little fantasy league going on. You've been setting that up. So you said we got 2 more spots. So if any of the 12 people that are going to watch this want to join the fantasy league, go ahead and shoot us a DM on Instagram, or if you've got our phone number, text us and we'll get you in there.
Yeah, get you in, man. Like I said, you got 2 spots left. Should be interesting. I want to make sure we get everybody in before we decide everything and get the draft order situated. But should be fun, man. I got a lot of requests to do it this year, so I was like, might as well. I didn't do it last year. So.
What's the grand prize? I should be more excited about this. I'm really tired right now, and I'm bringing it into the show. So
I haven't decided because I wanted the league to be full before I actually, made any kind of decision. But there'll be some money, and then also I'm going to get on the shirts and the merchandise for us. So we'll see what it looks like when. It'll be a whole nother year before the winner actually is claimed as prize. So a lot could happen from now on.
A whole nother year. It's the end of the fantasy season is in December.
Yeah, but almost another year.
That's not almost. That's half of a year. That's not almost another year. What are you talking about?
Longer than what we have right now.
That's 6 months.
Nah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Just shut your mouth and go Greek. Okay.
Congratulations on your ability to read. Yeah, I was out of clean t-shirts, and so this one is like at the bottom of my drawer, and it's like one of the ones that I don't wear that often, even though I got it in college, so it's not worn out. So it's got my my fraternity letters on the Fiji.
Nobody cares about your Fuji fraternity.
Well,
okay?
I mean, probably like half of our viewers are people that were in my fraternity.
Maybe.
So, you should not insult your ever expanding audience.
Listen, I'll never insult them. They can call me whatever they want. It doesn't bother me. And then we'll have a little drinking competition.
That's not something that you should be doing as a church-going Cracker Barrel visiting old fart.
I'm not old yet.
I mean, I don't know. The Zoom login suggests otherwise, but
That's all right.
at least your beard's not too gray yet.
Don't mean nothing.
Just because what?
I said just because I got 2 kids don't mean I'm old.
Yeah, with that gray beard and that means you're old.
I'm getting ready to shave it. It's too hot.
I just grew mine back out. People were making fun of my mustache, so I decided to grow it back out.
That's the one thing that I hate the most, because when this grows out, it gets so thick that like it overlaps my lip, and then so like when I'm drinking like cans or something like that, or whiskey, it'll get stuck right here. I can feel it, and it drives me fucking insane having like whiskey or something right here just sitting on my mustache.
That's a luxury, man. That's a flavor saver. Then you can lick your lip later, and then you'll get drunk off the whiskey.
Yeah, you'd think it would be a flavor saver, but after a while, it just gets annoying.
I bet your wife doesn't like it.
No, she don't. I mean, she likes it, but it's
Well, I bet she doesn't like tasting the whiskey in it. I bet that's what I was saying.
I don't know. She probably likes that. That's probably a good thing for her. So it's probably the other food and whatnot that I get stuck in the crumbs, everything.
Hamburger. See, mine's not like that though. Like I can't grow like super thick facial hair like you do. So like I keep it pretty short, because if I grow it out, it just looks really stupid, like even stupider than normal. And so, I keep it pretty short, and therefore I don't have the the problem of getting French fries stuck in my mustache and then recovering them, months later or whatever.
Yeah, I could go on and on about taking care of this, man, just because even like the underneath right here, oh my God. And then when it gets stuck on my shirt and gets caught, sometimes I wish I couldn't grow a beard.
I mean, you could just shave. I mean, that would really solve the problem, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but I don't like to clean shave all the time. And then I look like I'm 12, and then everybody wants to ID you, and it's annoying.
Bro, I hate to break it to you, but ain't nothing you can do to make you look 12 now.
I look at least 21 when I clean shave. I'll do it today. I'm doing it tonight.
I'm sure you'll have a romantic evening in store later then.
Yeah. Well, when I'm clean, yeah, absolutely. It's going to be romantic.
Delightful. All right. Well, on that note and with that graphic visual, I guess we'll go ahead and get over to Cody.
Well, I'd like to introduce our next guest here, Cody, the Renegade Gibson. He's off his big win at XMMA 2. Finished his opponent within, I believe it was the first 40 seconds with a right hand. You had him rocked pretty good there. And then, just finished the job. Talk us through that.
Yeah, I mean, I've learned over the years to appreciate the fast ones because I know, win or lose, I've had the other fight. I've had to go the other way where you can't walk. You feel like a train ran you over and you can't walk the next day and you got to travel, internationally or something like that. So,
right.
I've learned to appreciate them when they're fast. It was a long time coming, such a long layoff. So I was a little bit, not disappointed, but I did feel a little bit gypped that I didn't get to spend a little more time in the cage, but I'll take the victory,
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was a good one too. I know your last opponent, John Dotson, fell out, and that's that big name that you really wanted to catapult yourself back into the UFC. And ever since you were cut from the UFC, all you have done is win. You've had a couple canceled bouts and one loss, but other than that, you look great inside the cage, man. Were you disappointed about John Dotson? I know the car wreck and everything, and be with his family, but I know that's that name you really wanted to get it in there and get back into the UFC. I know you've called out Sean Shelby about it as well.
Yeah, I just feel like, for me, I liked it when I look at the betting odds and I'm like a plus or a plus 500,
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what I like to see. That's what motivates me. Because to me, that tells me that people don't think I could beat them, and that's what I like. I'm not saying I think I can. I don't know if I want to find out if I can.
Right.
But so, yeah, that's the name I'm still looking at. And he when he left the UFC, I think he had it in his mind, or his manager did, that he was going to head to Japan or go international, go to Asia and fight for one championship or, one of these Asian promotions, because there's some big names over there,
Absolutely.
And I had listened to him in an interview, and they had asked him, well, why are you signing with this this promotion out of Florida, South Carolina, XMMA, kind of an unknown promotion. And he said he's just waiting for this COVID stuff. They're not letting him in. So I know in his mind, he's waiting for the Horiguchi fight or like a big name guy and one championship. So I'm happy to oblige and keep him busy, until he can go. And I don't know. I like the matchup and I like big names, and I think I don't know what it's going to, my first time getting in the UFC wasn't some like easy road to get there, like I had to go through trials and tribulations and wins and losses and fight tough guys. And it took a long time, and then, so I just don't feel like my road back is going to be any easier. It's going to be the same thing. And so, yeah, I'm looking, that's what it looks like it's going to be. They said Dotson's down to do it in October. They're going to have their third show, I think, back in Florida. And I said, sign me up. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So October is when you like to get back in there again, or sooner.
Yeah. I want to give at least one more fight in this year, so I could kind of have some momentum, hopefully going into 2022. So I'm not going to wait around for Sean Shelby's call. just got to keep active, keep busy, and keep winning fights. And the cards will fall where they may.
Absolutely. So what do you do when you're not fighting? Like, I see you had like the U.S. history teacher. What else? Like, let's get to know Cody a little bit here, man.
Man, I don't really have any hobbies anymore. I got 2 young girls, a 5-year-old and a 1.5-year-old, and I've worked full time as a history teacher. So really, training's what I do outside of that. I get up and I got a 40-minute commute to work every day. So I go to train at 5 in the morning, then I go straight to work, and then I go train in the afternoon. Try to squeeze in an hour or 2 at home during either the evening or the mid-afternoon, and then train again. That's pretty much my day, typical day in my life. So I moved over here to the Central Coast of California last year from the Valley, and there's all this fun stuff to do that I haven't got to do any of it yet, but that's what retirement's for, I guess.
Right? Yeah, I think my co-host was actually telling me that you're from Oklahoma originally. Is that right?
Yeah, I was born in Oklahoma, and I was in foster. Me and my brother were in foster care from the time we were born, and through a series of coincidences, we ended up getting adopted and coming to California. I was 2 years old and he was 3, and just recently, with all this social media and everything, I actually found out I had a sister and met her a few years ago, and then kind of got reconnected with my birth father, and so I went back 2018. I made a trip back to Oklahoma and got to see people and stuff. So
nice, man, nice. I know you talked about having 2 girls, and I have a little girl too. She's 1.5 as well, man. So I understand that, and I got a boy that's 2. So 360 days apart. I get the kid stuff, man. That's fun. Now, what's it like being a history teacher that can pretty much kick everybody's ass in there, essentially?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have your students come up to you for autographs or anything of that nature?
No, I don't really talk about it too much at school. I mean, they all know I do it, and I use it more as like a recruiting tool for wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I used to be the head coach at my alma mater high school that I worked at, and I made posters that had a list of all these famous UFC fighters, and I put UFC's logo on the poster, and I said, "What do all these guys have in common?" That was a big old font like question. And I put, they all wrestled. Come join the wrestling team. First practice is this day, So I try to use it more as like a recruiting tool. And just to teach that lesson that, like, if you look at my career and what it's been indicative of, like, it's just hard work, it's nothing. It's not like I have some like special natural ability or talent, just working hard and staying true to the course. And I think if kids can learn that kind of a lesson in life, I think that's why I'm so passionate about the sport of wrestling, because it teaches that lesson, that whether you're the most talented guy on the mat or the field or the classroom or the office or not, sometimes just that work ethic is what makes the difference. So
yeah, I couldn't agree more with you on that one. My son will definitely be wrestling when he gets a little bit older. So I won't keep you too much longer here, Cody. What did you think of the fight last night with Derek Lewis and Cyril Gahn? If you watched it.
Yeah, I did. I was rooting for Derek Lewis. I just liked I think I'm in the same boat as everybody else who just liked Derek Lewis. But man, that guy's no joke. He did, and he gets a lot of heat for, like, he kind of sits back and tries to be too technical and doesn't go, not like in your true typical heavyweight fashion of just slinging leather.
Right.
But I thought he did a good job of, like, kind of a little bit of both. He showed that he could be composed and just chop away with the kicks. He knew he was a lot faster, had a lot better footwork. So anytime Lewis came forward, he just moved his feet, stayed out of danger, backed him up. those those front knee kicks were working well for him. And then when his opportunity presented itself, he did what he needed to do and got him out of there. So I thought pretty impressive. I know the heavyweight division's kind of everyone's all up in arms that interim title. He just, Ngannou just won the belt and everyone's upset about it. But at the end of the day, I think this is Stipe is kind of left out in the cold, but I think Ngannou and Cyril Gans is like, since they were training partners and everything, it's going to be a good heavyweight championship fight, So at the end of the day, us fans will all be tuning in, I think.
I couldn't agree more. I think it's going to be a great fight. Who do you have in that one, real quick?
I don't know. I mean, obviously Ngannou's got the power to knock anybody out, but as far as a technical striker, I mean, Cyril Gans seems like they have the advantage. And I know Ngannou's made improvements. His last fight, he looked a lot sharper in the stand-up and keeping his fundamentals, but it wasn't that long ago that he knocked out that Rosenthal, that big dude.
Mm-hmm,
and he was, I know that was like a vicious knockout and everything, but if you go back and watch the sequence, like, it's not pretty, his chin's up in the air. He's just swinging, So, I mean, he's going to have to definitely, obviously he can knock anybody out. So I don't know, but
it's going to be a good one. I can't wait for it for sure. Cody, I wanted to get you out of here pretty quickly, man. Is there any sponsors, shout outs you'd like to have? Also, we'd love to have you back on when you get your next fight. So when you get that, let us know.
Oh yeah. Just want to thank my team over here at the pit, the old school gym.
That's Chuck Liddell, right?
Yeah, it's where Chuck came up, and we train at the compound on Saturday mornings, which is where, there's been some legendary sparring matches between Chuck and Glover Teixeira. BJ Pinn's been out there, so it's kind of like to me, it's like a historic, like a museum, but I get to train there. So, just thank everybody. I've been here for just a year, just a little bit over a year now. So, really enjoying the experience and joining the team. And it's a small, tight-knit team, but guys like Antonio Benuelos and Justin Frazier and Castle Williams have been, super cool with me, and of course John Haukelman. So just want to thank them, and on to the next.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on your win. We look forward to seeing you back in there, brother.
Appreciate you having me on. You guys have a good one.
All right, man. You too.
Later.